Are you sick of having social anxiety and being unhappy because of it? Are you watching this video because you don't know where to start and you're looking for the solution for your problem? In the next few minutes, you will learn what social phobia treatments are available to you right now. I will also give you the pros and the cons of every one of them. And by the end of this video, you will know exactly what you need to do to overcome your social anxiety. So let's get straight to the point. Firstly, I will talk about a treatment that many people decide for because it takes the least effort and is supposed to work instantly. Unfortunately, those people don't know that this treatment doesn't really work. It's actually completely ineffective. Yes, I'm talking about medications for social anxiety. Medical industry is huge and they want to stay that way. And that's why they don't want you to know that pills don't really treat social anxiety. But why do so many people stay on pills for so many years if they don't really work? Well, the answer to this question is pretty simple. Medications help you reduce the symptoms of social anxiety. So if you use medications, then your heart won't start racing and you won't sweat that much in social anxiety provoking situations. However, the problem is that once you stop using medications, you're back at square one. You still have social anxiety and the problems that come with it. Social anxiety is a psychological disorder and you need more than just a few pills to overcome it. You need to work on your belief system. You need to eliminate your limiting beliefs. So what works then? Well, I'm sure you've already heard about cognitive behavioral therapy. Cognitive behavioral therapy, or CBT, is one of the most effective and widely used therapies for social phobia. Its goal is to identify the thought process and the limiting beliefs that hold you back. Once you know your limiting beliefs, you need to work on them and create more useful ones. And once you have new beliefs, your behavior in social situations changes as well. So the first step of cognitive behavioral therapy is to identify your limiting beliefs. Then you need to replace those beliefs and create more rational view on those social situations that make you anxious. In the end, you need to practice the new behavior that you have identified as the most appropriate. This cognitive behavioral therapy is extremely effective when it's done in a systematic way. And the therapist must guide you through the process step by step. And it takes time and an experienced therapist to guide you through this process. And if you take into account that 1 hour of therapy can cost between $100 and $150, you can end up paying more than $1,000 for the whole therapy. So this therapy can be quite expensive, but it's still among the most effective ones. So what else is available to you right now? Well, another very effective therapy for social phobia is done with NeuroLinguistic Programming, or NLP. It's actually among the most effective therapies. It involves finding your personal power and getting to the roots of the issues. It's basically the process of reprogramming your brain. NeuroLinguistic Programming was developed in 1970s at the University of California at Santa Cruz. The study started as an effort to discover why some people are more successful than others, even though they have the same education. They wanted to find a method that everyone could follow in order to become successful. And they concluded that our brains can learn the healthy patterns and behaviors that bring positive results. NLP helps you view experiences and social situations from a different angle. And this helps you to reprogram your thought patterns that are responsible for your social anxiety. NLP also brings extremely effective techniques for boosting your confidence. It's actually one of the most effective therapies for social anxiety, but it also requires an experienced therapist to guide you through the process. And you already know that this can be quite expensive. You could also enroll in NLP class and learn the techniques yourself, but that would also cost you approximately $1,500 to complete the course and get the certification. So is there anything else that's affordable and actually works? Well, yes, it is. I've created a social anxiety survivor system that is based on cognitive behavioral therapy and neurolinguistic programming, and is extremely effective. Well, I suffered from social anxiety for the most part of my life. In social situations, I became anxious and I tried to stay away from engaging in conversations. In high school and later on college, I sat at the back of the classroom to avoid getting contact with a teacher or other classmates. And when I finished college, I had to find a job. And I was lucky enough to get an opportunity to work at direct mail department, where I didn't have to interact with many people. However, as the time went by, my job responsibilities became bigger, and this made me very, very anxious. I had to make presentations once a week and call potential business partners every day, and that was way too difficult for me. I was so anxious that I couldn't even pick up the phone. I waited for everyone to leave the room before I did that phone call, I had to be alone when making a phone call. Eventually I couldn't go on like that anymore. Every Monday morning I felt drained because I had to go to work where I was anxious. Slowly my immune system got weaker and I got ill very often. I just couldn't go on like that anymore, so I quit my job. Unfortunately, I still had to pay my bills, and without job that was impossible. So at that moment I made a decision that I have to overcome my social phobia. I made a commitment that I won't quit until I find the solution for my problem. I've tried many different treatments, but they were all lacking something. Of course I did make some progress, but I was not able to sustain the process. So I decided to study two of the most effective treatments for social anxiety. And I found out that cognitive behavioral therapy is the way to go. But before it can produce the best results, it actually needs some modifications. It needed something that would make it more effective and easier to follow. And that's where I saw the solution in NLP. So I enrolled in an NLP practitioner training to get a better understanding of NeuroLinguistic Programming and its techniques. The course cost me around $1,500, and the knowledge I got was exactly what I needed to make the cognitive behavioral therapy more effective. So I put together the best from both worlds. I joined cognitive behavioral therapy and neurolinguistic programming in one effective system that I named the Social Anxiety Survivor System. It's highly effective and very affordable. If you're ready to overcome your social phobia, then this is the solution you need. However, I don't want to brag how my system is the best thing that could ever happen to you. I'm going to be completely honest. Social Anxiety Survivor System is a self-help program. This means that you have to follow the program and do the exercises yourself. There is no pressure that you have to do the exercises because else your therapist will go mad. And therefore you need to find the motivation within yourself. And that's the reason why I have also included a few motivational techniques to ensure that you don't get off track. I'm convinced that this system can actually help you overcome your social anxiety in a very short time. And at the same time, it saves you a lot of money that you can actually use on the things that you like, that you enjoy. So you can get more information about the Social Anxiety Survivor System at the official site socialanxietysurvivor.com. Okay, since the relaxation techniques are very popular these days, I will also give you a few pointers on what techniques you could use to decrease your levels of social anxiety. But first of all, you need to understand that relaxation techniques are not the cure for social anxiety. They can be helpful when you find yourself in an anxiety-provoking situation and you need to relax very quickly. One way to relax yourself is to use progressive muscle relaxation. Basically, all you have to do is tense and relax different muscles one at a time. By doing this, you learn how to relax your muscles when you need to. Another technique that you can use to relax is visualization technique. It allows you to change your focus from your negative thoughts to something more positive. So if you focus on your negative thoughts, you can actually get caught in the vicious cycle of social anxiety. Your levels of anxiety increase with constant negative thinking, and visualization actually helps you to refocus your thoughts on something more positive. The good news is that you can find a few relaxation techniques in the Social Anxiety Survivor course as well. One of them is progressive muscle relaxation technique. So I hope that this video was helpful and that you got a better understanding of social phobia therapies that are available to you. If you would like to get more information about my Social Anxiety Survivor system, I invite you to visit the official site at socialanxietysurvivor.com.